My name is Ezra Reinstein, and I'm a healthcare attorney. I've been practicing now for 25 years. For the first 10 years, I was doing business litigation, but it made me miserable, so I got out, and since then I've been doing healthcare law. My practice has three main parts. One is helping medical practices and healthcare practices as they form, deal with partnership issues, pretty much the full life cycle. I also help business people in the healthcare sector, but the largest part of what I do is helping individual providers negotiate their employment agreements. These are very complex contracts. There's a lot of detail, a lot of legal jargon, and the details can really matter and have a massive impact on your career. You want an attorney to help you maximize the upside of the contract, to improve compensation. Is it possible to negotiate the base salary? Is there a signing bonus that should be negotiated? If compensation is based on RVUs, is it possible to negotiate the conversion factor or the RVU threshold? One of the most important reasons why you'd want an attorney is to identify problems, red flags, things that are different from what you've been told, things that are written too vaguely in the contract, things that are missing, especially from a short contract, things that expose you to risk. For example, if there is a signing bonus, what are the terms of the repayment obligation? Can you be made to work in a location that's very inconvenient to you? Just some examples. It's important to have an attorney to help you conceive of negotiation tactics and strategies. What is your leverage? How can we identify the leverage? Does playing hardball make sense in this situation, or is taking a more collaborative approach important? Lastly, I think it's a good idea to connect with an attorney not just for this contract, but with future negotiations in mind. As you advance in your career in a hospital, or as you're presented with a partnership offer from a private practice, it's good to have an attorney who knows you, knows what's important to you, and has experience with you and with helping you. Can any attorney review a physician contract? I don't want to sound corny in my response, but that's kind of like asking whether any physician can perform Mohs surgery. Maybe they've had medical school training, but maybe not. That might not be the best result. Similarly, if you want a will drafted, maybe I could do it, but maybe not. You probably want to go to a trust and estates attorney. It's the same for physician employment agreements. A general practitioner or attorney could read the contract, might have some insights, but if you're looking for real expertise, you want someone who's done this many times before. The three tips I give to a healthcare provider before accepting an offer, and if we're talking about an offer as opposed to a contract. First, make sure that it's a non-binding offer. Second, you want to try to get a copy of the contract, if possible, before signing an offer, because even though it may be a non-binding offer legally, it can have some sort of negotiationally binding aspects to it. And you want the employer to know that whether you're signing an offer before getting a contract, or whether you're getting the contract first, that you may have additional things that you wish to discuss. And then the last thing is get a lawyer. My thoughts on the FTC ruling that prohibit non-competes. I think it's fantastic. I think non-competes really jam up the careers of individual physicians. Fortunately, in Massachusetts, there already is a statute that prohibits non-competes from applying to physicians, but that's not true in every state. So what the FTC has done for physicians and for all manner of employees is really fantastic. Do I think it's going to hold up? That's questionable. It's already being challenged in court, so we're going to have to see how it plays out. And if you have a non-compete clause in your contract, you shouldn't depend at this point on the FTC ruling being upheld in future. Some advice for physicians before starting contract negotiations. First of all, know your worth. Talk to your mentor. Talk to colleagues about the offers that they're getting. Consult the MGMA salary guide if you're able to. And that has limited utility in negotiations, but more information is better than less information. Second, gather information. What is the reputation of the employer? How much turnover has there been? How financially stable are they? Gather information directly from the employer, if possible. If this is a private practice, How many partners are there? Is your offer partnership tracked? Is it an equal partnership? Last, and maybe most important, is identify your priorities. And while an attorney can help you and advise you on that, only you know what's important to you. Do you want to focus on maximizing compensation? Or is work-life balance more important? Do you want to focus on job security and stability? Or is it more important to you to have flexibility to leave a job without penalty?